One question we've got on the Stingray is where to use Loctite on the model. On a lot of helicopters and other machines, you often use Loctite to keep bolts from coming out. In general, the Stingray doesn't really need Loctite. In a lot of cases, the screws are going into plastic, or they're fairly long screws going into metal, and they, in some cases, already have small amounts of Loctite applied at the factory. About the only place you might need a small amount of Loctite is the two bolts that go into the motor itself. You need just a tiny bit of Loctite there. You don't want to use Loctite on your landing gear screws. You don't really need it on your pinning screws. You don't need it really anywhere else. The set screws in the pulleys do come with a tiny bit of Loctite already. You should need to add any to that. Same thing with all these pulleys. They already have a tiny bit of Loctite on them, so you shouldn't need to add to that. If you do use any Loctite when you're going into metal, it's okay, but use a very, very small amount. These are all fairly small screws, so you want to only use small amounts so you can get them back apart. You also do not really want to use Loctite in the center boom as it attaches to the center supports. You can use it there and it'll hold very strong, but it'll also be very difficult to get back apart. So just as a note, you really shouldn't, you need to use much Loctite at all in this machine, but if you decide to use it very sparingly and never use it in plastic.